A successful person has found his strengths and continually practices them. Or a successful lady has found her strengths and continually practices them. A successful leader finds the strengths of others and places them in the right position. That's what leadership's all about. So, leaders at level number 2, they listen well, they position their people well. I'll talk a little bit more about positioning people when I get to level number 4. And the third thing they do at level number 2 is that they serve well. They understand servant leadership. They serve well. This happens to me often. I'll be maybe in a public place at a restaurant or something like that, and Margaret and I'll be having a meal, and somebody will come up to me and they'll say, "Mr. Maxwell," and they'll introduce themselves. And they'll say, "I just want you to know that I'm very excited because this week I started working for your company." And they'll tell me that they got employed by one of my organizations, and they'll say, and I just want to introduce myself because I now work for you. And I always smile and say, "Now, let me just talk to you for a second, okay? First of all, don't call me Mr. Maxwell. My name's John, and I'm your friend. Let's just start there, okay? I know I own the company. I understand that. I know all that. I don't get that confused. My name's John. I said, the second thing I want you to know is you don't work for me. I don't have anybody work for me. I don't have slaves. You work with me. And what that means is I work with you. And what that means is there are times I'll serve you because it's the best interest for the company for me to serve you. And there'll be times you'll serve me. And we really don't care about titles. We don't really care about positions. We just come together to make a difference in people's lives. And so just call me John, and you work with me, not for me. Can I buy dessert? Now, to be a servant leader, you have to be very mature. The sign of immaturity is selfishness. And the sign of immaturity in leadership is what I call self-serving leaders. What have you done for me lately? Because I have this amazing organization called Equip that's in 157 countries. By the way, we'll be in every country of the world in 3 more years. I have the privilege of being in private conversations with leaders of countries pretty often. And when we get rid of the media and all the people, all the what I call the handlers in our lives, and they all leave the room, and it's just the president and me, the prime minister and me, the leader and me. That's all. I would never do this until it's just the two of us, but whenever I am privately with a leader of a country, as soon as everybody gets out of the room, I've already got my agenda. I know exactly where I want to go with this person. As soon as everybody's out of the room, I lean forward and I look at that leader and I said, "Got a question to ask you." Question's very simple. At the end of your time of leading these people, will it be better off for them? Or will it be just better off for you? Who's going to gain in your leadership? And I'm going to tell you exactly how it works. If you're a leader and you win and your people lose, you are a lousy leader. In fact, if you put yourself before your people, I don't even like you. And I'm not your friend. My name is still John. But everything else changes. Because there's only one reason to be a leader. There's only one reason. There's only one reason to be a leader. Don't make this complicated. Remember, I'm a communicator. I take things that are complicated and make them simple. There's only one reason. There aren't 17 reasons to be a leader. There's only one reason to be a leader, and the only reason to be a leader is to add value to people and help them. That's the only reason to lead. The only reason that you are to lead is to make things better for the people that you lead, period. End of discussion. What are you trying to talk about? That's all leadership is, making things better for people. And leaders that make things better for people are good leaders, and leaders who make things worse for people, they're bad leaders. We're done.